Hello, good morning all. This is Maaike from Arania's Arty Creations, and as promised I'm here with the seals, the clay seals that we made the other day. So this will be part 2 of the wax seal stamps. Now, as you can see, I already tried a little bit. This one had a bit of trouble in getting done, and I have to say this is quite wobbly. It's not nice and flat, and it's because I made the impression deeper than I did with my first batch. First batch the stamps were smaller and I didn't push them in too much. That gives a little bit fakeness every now and then, but at the same time they were beautiful. So I thought this will give me a bit more sharpness if I push them in. It didn't. So I can do two things now. Either I will sand the edge of it so it will be more flat, and maybe then it will be easier to do it. But this time what I did was instead of pouring the wax, the melted wax on my mat, on my working mat, and I will show you a different way I also use, I just poured it in here, in the stamp itself. So it was fun to try that out, and we will probably have to try more of those. Then I tried this one, and this is really lovely, and you can see this one is smaller, and that's why it goes so good. So what I also used in the middle on the star, on the hanging star, because I like to have a bit more color, is wax. It's metallic wax from Stamperia. It's called Serantica from Stamperia. And this is pink, and it's really a bit an old pinkish color, and it's lovely. And with a silver pen in the middle and in the edges of the star, I put a little bit of silver on it, so it would really pop out. If you use different colors, it might pop out even more. We will do one together later on. Then I tried the present, which is this one, and it had the same problem as the bow. So I will try and make this a bit more straight, sand it, and a bit more lower. And I just poured it in here, and it works perfect, but of course the edges are not as nice. So what I will do, and that's why I show you, you can actually take the edges with a scissor away if you don't like them too much. And you can reuse the wax, so you don't have to throw it away. Like this. And what I want to try out now is if, like for example with a red Sharpie, I colored the bow that is here a bit, or maybe with acrylic paint. Well, no, this doesn't really work. Okay, it was nice to try. But of course you can do it with paint. You can see it a little bit. So I will try and find out ways to color the bow in so it's more speaking. However, it is already nice. This one is the smallest star, And that did work, and worked properly, only I did it straight on my wax paper. And really I had that with all other stamps too. I don't like the form, and there's a little hole in here. So what I will do now is, and I will clean the behind first, because that's all black, and that's the only nasty thing I think this thing has, this spoon. It's because it's very close to the flame, and even if I keep it higher, it will get a bit black. I will first show you what I use. When I wanted to start with these, and that's a while back, but I never used it, I bought an entire set at Amazon, and these have all kind of colors. You can see them. They are just little wax stones, beads. And it came with this little holder, candle holder, and came with the spoon. And there was one, where do I have it? There was one stamp with it. And the stamp is good luck, it's a clover. Also, this came with it. Well, I tried this with the clover, but they break, so I have to find out a way to do that properly. The pens, the silver and gold metallic pen, you can use it underneath to write down a title or anything, but you can't use them properly on the seals. It just doesn't work. So now what I will do, I will first put the blue away, because I can reuse that. So I just put it in the place where the blue ones are. So that can't be, nothing can happen with that. Now, what I do is, and I hope I'm in frame, and I think I am, I will cut this in pieces and I will redo it. So I will remelt it. Well, I'll put this on already and cut the other part also in pieces. And then we just make another one with this. And the reason why there was a little hole in it was because, you know, it is, when it is hot and it melts, it goes everywhere on your work mat. So you best have something to put it in. And with my first stamps, I just used a cup, which was big enough. I have a smaller one for smaller things, and the underneath part of it is perfectly round. What I also use is a little bit of oil, and I use it both in the stamps. I make sure it's entirely wrapped in, well, wrapped is not the right word, but I make sure that it's wet through with a little bit of oil. And I don't use an expensive oil. I rather use a natural, so an oil which doesn't smell, and it's a skin oil. It's argan oil that I have, but you can also use almond oil or whatever oil you want, as long, at least that's what I think, as long as it doesn't smell, because then your stems will, your wax seals will also smell. Sorry, I had to have another baby wipe. So make sure that it doesn't boil, for if it's too hot, then it really doesn't work nice. It will take a long time to cool down again. You can use ice, but well, I don't. And I rather not put it too long on there. I rather have it in my hand. Then I know that it's not getting too hot. I use just a lucifer, a match. Sorry. So. And now it will stay nice in this little space, and it will cool down faster as well. And because I oiled it, it won't stick. Maybe I should use a bit more. I probably should. I will use the smaller one, and then we'll make one which a bit with a bit more wax for the star. I can already put something else. A lot of people that use these wax beads or sticks, you also have sticks of it, there's always a little bit left in here, and a lot will wipe it out. I don't like to throw things away, let's say that way. So, and I don't mind if you use two colors, you can give it a marbling effect like I did here. This is silver with yellow, and if you stir it well, it becomes quite a totally new color, which can be really fun to experiment with. So gold I have here, and we have a star. So I think I will try the yellow with the gold, and I will put in 6 of them because it's a rather big stamp. 2, 4, 5. Maybe I put 1 extra gold in. So I have 5 yellow and 1 gold, and there was already a little bit of gold. And now, I don't know if you can see it, if you take it off, it's already exactly the way you want it. And it has a nice form, it's nice and round. If I would have taken 1 more of these wax beads, this would have been entirely oval or round. And I will show you. I can do this time with silver. On the gold, I just do it with my finger, and it smells lovely. It smells like citrus. And I just put it a little bit on the edges to pop out. And if it's too much, if I want less, then I can always take a bit away. And I like it this way. You have to clean it off your hand straight away, for it will stay a bit. It will stay a while. You can't, if you don't take it away straight away, then your hands will be silver for a while. They have beautiful colors. There are more colors than this. The one I like most and that I want to buy first will be the turquoise one. I love that color. Purple and turquoise are really my favorite colors. I like all colors, but those are just a bit more for me. So stirring helps to, if the molten wax is already nice and hot, it helps to do the last bits that are not yet melted. So here's my cup. a little bit of oil. And please be careful, for it's really hot and you don't want to burn yourself, and you don't want the oil and the flame to come together. This is really not something that you let children do without supervision. So this is really a grown-up thing. Don't let children do this on their own. It's just too hot and they will for sure burn themselves. Let's check out if this is enough. If it's not, I remelt it and put a little bit more in it. That's the point with these bigger stamps. You will have to do that. This stamp, I didn't use it yet. I only used 3 to try it out. And these are the little Christmas trees on the sides. I can already tell this is so much higher. And it was nice and flat, but because you can only lay it down in 2 ways, like this, and not like this. It doesn't stay like that if it's still wet. That means that this became, well, it folded almost together. But I will try to use it nevertheless, but straight on it instead of putting it on the table or on the glass. Now this one is really lovely. So it helps if you have something small to put it on. So the wax can't walk away from the center where you want it. I think I want to try something. I'm not sure whether it will work, but let's first try the trees. And I don't think, well, no, I was going to use it without. I'm going to do it straight in the stems. And I will use green, as trees are green in general, brown or whatever. And I have this very Christmassy color. I don't know if you can see it. It's a lovely color. And I will put in enough to be sure that stamp will be filled. And maybe I put also a little bit of a lighter color. So I have 4 of the darker ones and 2 of the lighter ones. So I will oil it already. I just do it with my finger. You can, if you don't like your fingers to be greasy, then I would recommend to use a brush or tissue or whatever. But I always like to feel my stuff. I like that a lot better. So I put this down here. I'm trying to see if I'm in frame. I think I am, but I'm not sure if I'm all the time. Let me check. Yeah, I am. So I stir it with the match. And I keep it a bit higher so it won't start boiling. I don't like it if it gets too hot. The flame is already a bit lower because the candle is already burning for a bit. I use it the second time. But you really don't want it to boil. It only takes ages to work. I already will get this. What I want to try out, and I'm not sure if the bigger stove will work. It is flatter, so it might. And it still fits in my cup. I want to see whether it will work if I put some glitter in it. Oh, it's not. Oh yeah, I have glitter. Maybe I do it that way. But what I'm asking myself is, will I put it first on my glass. No, I won't, because then it will come underneath. So I will have to put it on the wax before I put the seal in. And I still have this very nice glitter. I use it to make a card for my son, and it's gold, and it's very, very tiny. So I think that will be nice. And I'm not gonna stir it too much, because maybe you can see it, maybe not, but it is darker and lighter green, and it's sort of marbled. So we're going to try out whether, ooh, it's a lot and it's hot. Didn't need this much. So okay. Yeah, I should have checked whether it was enough. This is fun. This is exactly how I am. I always do things like this. So get used to it. When I try something out, I can do things like this. And of course it's hot, but it's about the same as a wax candle. Same kind of heat. My hands are sort of heat resistant because I always burn myself. But I wouldn't recommend it. Oh my. I will put this down and make sure I have all the wax from my hands, because that can be used again. It's not a problem, it's just a bit hot. Yeah, now I have to wash my hands. They're totally black. Here's some of it too. Oh, I think I will turn that paper down. I use this, and I think I already told you that last time. I use this baking paper so it won't stick to it. And that way you can make them, you can pre-make them, and later on you can use them. Oh yeah, this is quite nice. I have to get off this part which is a bit higher on both sides. I like this a lot, and I really hope you can see it, but the trees are light and darker green, and in both the colors there's a bit of, well, some sparkling idea. So, oh yeah, this is so beautiful, much better than I thought, than I expected it to be. So you see, you can solve the problem if you didn't make if you didn't make this flat enough. You can still use it. Only thing is, make sure your hand isn't underneath and that you don't use too much of the wax. So because this is lower, so you don't burn yourself. That's all. I still have more of the green, of course. So for the big star, I want to use the glitter, and I will be really curious if you can see all this. Yeah, it's like a branch with some tree leaves. It's really beautiful. I'm not sure whether that will come out, but we are going to try it, and I need to use a bit more because this is a very big star. I think I use a little bit more of the light green. I really like that color. It's almost gold. 3, that's about 5 what I have in now. Well, you'll try it. If it's not enough, then it's no problem, for I will re-melt it and reuse it. So, well, let me see. I think I will use the reds. Have nice red color. It's gold and red. I don't know if you can see it. And I will put a little bit on it if the wax is molten before I put the seal in. But I think I will use the back of a tablespoon, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon, so I don't have to use my hands, for they will stick on it. Oh, this is going much better than I thought when I saw how deep they were. So the only one that really has a bit of difficulty is the bow, but it still works. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Already I have 6 beautiful stems. Yeah, this will work. I don't know if it will work in the seals, of course. I'd never tried that. But once has to be the first time. And you know, oh yeah, this color is beautiful. It's still a little bit marbled, but not too much. Now put it on here with a little bit of oil. And yeah, it's good. It's already good. Let's hope it's enough. I think it might be enough. It's a lot. Okay, now I put in a bit of the sparkles, not too much. Oh. And then quickly, so it won't dry. Maybe I'm already too late. Maybe it's already dry, cooled off. That's because it's now on the glass, and the glass that takes away the heat. It absorbs the heat and brings it down. So maybe, yeah, it was already getting dry. So we'll do it again, no problem. And I think I will use a tiny bit more, one bead more. And if you do it, make sure you use the handle and don't pick this up, because that's hot. I don't mind that the sparkles are in. Maybe we'll see them, maybe not. Like this. I'm curious how this will work. So I will take one more bead and make it a light green. When I saw that color, I thought I don't like it. And now I see how it works out when it melts. And with the trees, I really love it. And the nice thing about this is when you actually buy such a box, you have a little bit of everything. You can try them out and see what you like most, and then you order a little bag with just that color. It's very easy. And that way you don't have colors that you don't like in a big package. So it's getting a bit too hot. Just a minute more. Where did I put my... I want to try this again because I really like the effect, but I will need a bit more than I had. We'll put it already there. Yeah, this is good. Nice and soft. No, I will do it a bit quicker. Can you see what I'm doing? You see that it stays in the circle of the cup. And now I put on the sparkles fast. Far too much on one side. So, how are you doing? Are you all ready for Christmas? My tree is totally done. My front windows are also done, and I still want to decorate some parts of the house and the front. In my front door already hangs a beautiful star which gives light. I made a whole lot of tiny Christmas like miniatures that can be hanged down in the Christmas tree or other things. They are junk journal style. It's really nice. Okay. I don't think the sparkles were really what I wanted. And not all in one place. They look nice, but not in one place. So I will do this one again, but as you can see, the star is properly done. That's great. So I will do it again one more time. 3 times is, well, in Dutch we say 3 maal is scheepsrecht. So that means that the 3rd time it always should succeed. I leave the sparkles in. I'm not going to try to get it out with a knife or anything. This was enough, that's clear. So, yeah, this will work. And I still have the other sparkles, but I won't use them on this. It has to melt a bit first. Make sure every time you use enough oil so it will easily let go, it won't stick. There's always a bit of a roughness on stamps you made yourself. We also will make one day, at a different day, some things with maybe rope or ribbon or flowers or other stuff inside, and that too will be trial and error for me because I didn't do that yet. Well, I did try the dried flowers once, and that didn't go too well because the flowers broke. But I know it has to, you have to be able to do that, so And I think for this star I will put some silver on the edges too. I think I will like that. Almost done. I'll take it in my other hand. I'm better in my other hand with this kind of thing. So this afternoon I have to finish the house and do some administration which has to be done before Christmas, or at least I like it to be done before Christmas, so I know everything is done and I go in the new year with the nice idea that everything is ready. I pushed it. You don't really have to push it. Sometimes it's worse if you push it than if you don't. You really can put it in gently. I will put this away. I'm not going to use that. But I will try the sparkles, the other sparkles, the glitter. These are nice. These are bigger ones and smaller ones. So you have all kind of colors and all kind of sizes. I really like that. And you see how easy they go off, and that's when they are dried entirely. If they don't go off easy, then they are not entirely dry. And they are great. This one is great, really. Can you see it? I like it. I really like it. Of course, it's with oil now. There's still oil on it. I have to take another baby wipe. But if the oil is off, you can do all kinds of things with it. I expect to be able to use paint on it, but well, like I said, it's trial and error. So while waiting for the next batch, we will finish that off. Which one didn't we do yet? This one. Yeah, this one is the deer. It's very high too, so it does fit in there. I will try it, but if it don't succeed, I will do it the same way as the trees. What color do we take? He will be a bit brown, of course, but I don't have brown. So what color can we give the reindeer? This is a bit beige, taupe really. It's a big stem, so I will need at least 6. I will use 6. I use this color. 2, 4, 5. Maybe I put in a little bit of red. And then I stir it well, and then it might become a bit darker. I don't have black, so I like trying out the colors too, you know, not all the same. So I take the oil away a bit. It's much easier. And I will use the silver, for I don't think the pink is very Christmassy on this star, especially not because it's yellow. And I will just tip it with my fingertips, just tiny bit. Don't want it to be too much. I took a bit too much on my finger, but still, if you tip gently, it works. It worked quite fine. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Can you see it? Yeah. I will do the same with the green one. And then you can also see very well the branches in it and the leaves. You can't see what it is really. Well, a little bit you can see it, but you can see there's something there. So yeah, that's lovely. Clean my fingers for a bit. You used so little of it. You know, I really used this a lot of times already, and there's almost nothing out of it. It looks like it is, but it wasn't not a lot fuller than it is now. It was like this. This one I didn't use twice or three times only. So, you know, yeah, I did use the silver a little bit more. Oh yeah, this will be a beautiful color. I think I will put in one more red, then it becomes a sort of brown bronze. I think I also need more. I want the cup to be entirely filled, so I will put one more for both, and then I have enough for sure. At least that's what I think. So we do it on the glass. Put enough in here, especially at his feet. If it doesn't work, I do it the same as with the Christmas tree and the bow. So there's always a solution. Almost melted. Yeah, this is a beautiful color. It's a nice combination. You don't want it to boil, because then you get air bubbles, and then you have to wait till the bubbles are gone. This was a bit too hot. I don't know if you can see it, but there are a little bit of bubbles in it. So I'll do it with this hand. It's a bit smaller and longer, so I probably make it a bit oval. Hopefully it will work. Saves time. I don't know what this is, but it should not be in. So, yeah. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see that doesn't come off easy, then it is still too hot. I think this will be enough, unless this one, of course, doesn't work. Then I have to redo it. I like this. I think I like this one the most. It's so lovely. 5 trees. Well, these all go to the album, the journal I'm making for Nina. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. This is beauty. Wow. I was afraid it wouldn't succeed, but it did. Totally did. And the color, it's a bit marbled, but not too much. I love it. So, this is it for today. I have things to do. I just leave this in here. I don't clear it out because I don't like to throw away the wax. I just leave it there. And I will show you what we made. Before I go, let me check if I have something to put it on. So you can see it better. Maybe this. This is the yellow bow, yellow with silver. And well, you can't probably see it, but I did put a little bit of gold around it. This one was the hanging star. And I put the pink wax on it, pink antique wax. This one is the present. Then we have another star, hanging star, with the silver wax on it. And this one is gold. This one is silver, the other one. Then we have the yellow star with the silver wax on it. And it really is beautiful. And this one is even more beautiful. I like the yellow less. I don't think I will buy more of the yellow. This green color, wow, I don't know if you see it, but it sparkles. It has something like gold on it. You can see it even better on this one because I use darker and lighter green for the trees. And then there is the last one, which is the deer, and it's lovely. It's so lovely. So thank you all for watching me. Have a great day. If I don't speak to you anymore, then have a very nice and Merry Christmas. And for now I say goodbye. If you found this interesting with all my trials and errors, then please also give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel. More is to come. Also more about the seals. Bye bye. Thank you for watching me.